Yo, what's good, YouTube? J Jones back. Hey, Consistent Jones in the building. Hey, today, y'all see the title, man. It's pay-per-view ruining 1v1s. Now, look, we gonna discuss it. First, we gonna watch the video. See, I might pause it a little bit. I'm trying to make these intros a little shorter. Now, let me say this first. To be able to support and get to the next level, you gotta have bread, guys. Now, from a YouTube standpoint, I feel where a lot of people are coming from because you come to YouTube to get free content. It's always been this way. But things are changing, man. There's a lot of content that you can watch live now. Twitch, for example. Everybody's live on Twitch doing a lot of IRL content. You can watch that. This style of content is starting to change. So maybe there's no difference than seeing your favorite boxer fight when he was coming up. It might be free. When they get better, pay-per-view. Headlining. You feel me? So everything goes through that change, if I'm being honest. So we're going to check this out. I'm kind of curious to see what they say. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it after we discuss. But yeah, let's get into this.
On individuals pursuing their separate interests.
We made $100,000 to play a one-on-one. Pay-per-view. And people paid.
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
If you have the money to pay me for my apprenticeship that I want, the money that I want, we can do it. If not, leave me alone, please.
Now that is part of it, though. A lot of creators will try to adopt this model too. They gonna want to be paid, man. And
why don't you get a job? If you're so hungry, why don't you get a job?
They're just playing one-on-one for like, if I'm gonna play one-on-one, you gotta pay me before I even get on that court.
PNC League has officially been launched, and you can sign up right now.
The join button on Ball is Life or Off the Dribble channel.
it just kind of depends on who's doing it too.
And you're set.
Paying for YouTube basketball?
Say it ain't so, cuz.
I never paid to watch Chris Move or
True.
Dre Baldwin
True.
or even Flight Reacts. But now, if I...
But the times have changed. Like when we was coming up, KG, Dre Baldwin, I even throw Cash in there. So, Nightwing, just all these kind of, you know what I'm saying? We all kind of almost started around the same time. Flight, of course it wasn't pay-per-view because we were able to be profitable on the YouTube side. YouTube now is not the most profitable in the sense that you can drop and get the same type of bread that it used to be. It's a little political, bro. I'm going to call it what it is. Now, if they blackball me, you know what happened. You know my motto. It is what it is. But I got to start speaking up on certain topics, bro. I don't really want to hold my tongue like I have in certain situations in the past. I'm going to just say what I think, bro. And YouTube's not the same when it comes to payment. Now, you can get paid, but you got to be elite level to get the type of bread that you may be envisioning that people are getting. So although the next chapter, they making some bread, of course, because their views are good. They're offering something that allows them to bring more to us. And I really do believe that. And they got to pay the players. If you want the players to be involved the way that they kind of should be, they got to eat, bro. We got to provide for our people. And in the past, you could kind of do that with YouTube only. Not the case anymore.
Want to see Zay vs. Rob? I gotta drop $20 just to watch. What started off as free content is now, just like everything else, slowly getting more and more corporate. What happened to the game I love? Well, I'm sure this is great for creators. I feel like the viewers are being left behind. This begs the question, is money ruining YouTube basketball, or am I just a broke boy?
We listen and we don't judge.
Pay-per-view YouTube world we're living in.
I'm sit back.
On the one hand,
Not me, I judge every
it's
time.
only $20. That's a Chipotle bowl and a drink. I'll blow that on lunch with no hesitation. But now I'm drawing the line at paying to support the same YouTubers I've been watching for years. That does make me look like a cheap bum. And to be fair, YouTube...
Damn, he threw us on there. All right, lame ass dude. Yo. Why they wanted me to watch this now?
Basketball has evolved. It's not like these matchups are shot on a phone, propped up on a trash can anymore. They've got gym rentals, camera crews, commentators, editors. It's a whole production. And that's before you even get to the players. Nas and Rob aren't just out here hooping for fun. They've built their names, they've built this whole space, and now they're cashing in. So if people are actually paying, who am I to say they don't deserve it? Maybe I'm the problem. But here's the thing, this is still YouTube. This is where I come to watch free content at 2 a.m. when I can't sleep. I've never paid to watch a YouTube video in my life, and especially not to watch two former D3 guys run a one-on-one. How the hell is a Ball is Life membership more expensive than NBA League Pass? What made this space feel special in the first place was that it felt relatable. I saw guys like Moon and Nesco and thought, man, this dude's just like one of my friends. It was grassroots, it was gritty, and most importantly, it was free. But now they're trying to market the next chapter as the UFC of hoops?
Stop the cap.
This is not the octagon. No one's breaking ribs or cutting weight for these matches.
I think you're taking that a little too literal, though, with all due respect. That's not what he's saying, though. It's from a business model standpoint, not from an actual physical blow-to-blow standpoint. Of course it's not UFC. Of course. But when you take some of the top names and they need to get paid, how do you pay them? When YouTube ain't necessarily paying the best, or their model has been restructured and you don't make as much either from them, it's like, what you gonna do? You can only hope that you're getting a little bread in to be able to support it across the board.
Any hooper could hoop back-to-back days with no problem, but instead we're watching them train for 3 months just to build up the hype for a $20 pay-per-view. And hey, I have to give credit where it's due. It's a smart business model. You let the new guys play for free on YouTube while holding the top names back. Then you slap a $20 price tag on the exclusive content. Really, it's beautiful marketing. But to keep it a buck, they're monetizing the soul out of this shit. What used to feel like a community now feels like a corporate rollout. All these paywalls, subscriptions, membership tiers, Scotty and AK are slowly turning into Ronnie 2K.
I see what he doing though. Now that's tough. If you comparing them to Ronnie.
Bro, you Ronnie and Mike Wang, bro. Why the have that VIP shit in the game, bro?
And contrary to popular belief, or what YouTube analytics may think, I can afford this. But that's not the point. I don't want to feed into this shift. And don't forget, all this pay-per-view one-on-one stuff stems from Devin Williams. So I want some of the blame, or
blame an OG,
to go to him.
Right. So Mayweather and Mayweather, Pacquiao, Mayweather, De La Hoya, they had like a show called 24/7. I loved the build-up that they had. So when Frigga and I played,
this was a big moment. This did change a lot though,
and just built it up until we played.
The bottom line is, I don't really like where YouTube basketball is headed. I don't really care if it's only $20. I don't pay for YouTube. But hey, maybe I'm just being salty. So you tell me, is money ruining YouTube basketball, or is this just the next step in the game evolving?
It is.
I'm open to changing my mind, so let me know in the comments below.
Of course, none of us are greedy. It's only the other fellow who's greedy.
Would I get the million before? I'm not playing for $1 million.
I want you to deal with your problems by becoming rich.
I can see it both ways, honestly. I'm more so leaning towards I get why the brands are starting to do pay-per-view. Only because I feel like it helps the players. Everybody's not going to be pay-per-view worthy. So you still get content. Now, of course, you want to see the guys who are for free. But to be fair, bro, like we thinking about it a little too deep. That's never should have been how it worked. I think to this day, if we were the way that we were now, that when we started, we would have been a lot more profitable too. We took a hit because we did a lot and didn't monetize a lot. And sometimes, bro, that can hurt you. As a creator, I get it. As a viewer, I see why you don't want to pay. But at the same time, bro, if you want people to really be able to lock in and give you the best product, you're going to have to spend a little bread. I'm going to keep it a being 20 might be, But if it's 10, 15, I feel like that's fair. And I feel like that goes to help the players. If you don't want to pay for the pay-per-view, don't pay. Like, you don't buy every pay-per-view when it comes to boxing or UFC. And again, we know that it's not boxing or UFC. You're right. A lot of elbows thrown, a lot of punches there. Of course, it's going to be a lot more physical. These guys putting themselves through a lot. So, yeah, that 25, that 40 ball, that 50 ball probably going to be worth it. In this case, though, you got to think. They run the ability to get hurt. There's been plenty of times where I've been at an event, honestly, and got hurt, didn't say nothing, had to just kind of shake back on my own. You get hurt, you out the game, who going to pay you? All the viewers going to do is say, oh man, dang, he got hurt. He was never the same. He can't even hoop. And everything just moves on. Then they find the next creator, and you ain't get nothing out the deal. But if you get a portion of the pay-per-view sales, or you locked in with the company and you got a little stock in there, or they paying you and you do get hurt, it don't seem as bad because then you got a way to still provide for your people, for your family. So I understand it, bro. But I also understand it from a viewer's perspective, you know. But at the same time, bro, if you don't want to buy or pay for the pay-per-view, then you just don't. It really ain't that deep, bro. You just don't pay. Like, if you want to watch it that bad, you gon' pay if they charge you. If you don't, then just cool. You know what I'm saying? Just watch the highlights or peep it on Instagram and put it together in your mind. There's going to be enough content to where you can still see it and put it together. If you use your imagination, you can, Instagram, they're going to have some clips on there. Do your thing that way, bro. But to me, yeah, I think we just making this a little too deep. I do like videos like this because they allow us to have a conversation, and I really like having conversations on this channel. We listen and we don't judge. Shit, find out some information about your girl talking about we don't judge, see what happens. I'm judging every time. I'm keep what? You ain't gonna look at her the same. Why? You stop playing, man. But yeah, I think it just comes down to how much you want to support those that you like in the space. Because if they get hurt, they still need a little something to go back to. And I know that pay-per-view, that one pay-per-view or whatever, ain't going to save their life. But it does incentivize going out there and feeling comfortable when you playing. You know what I'm saying? We got some of the best in the space, bro, and they got to be compensated. I'm going to keep it a bean. They got to be compensated. And if that's the way to do it, then I think we got to support. Or if you don't want to support, then don't support. Don't pay. It's okay. Just watch the free content, support that way. They still getting views. I'm sure that the check it's going to be good. I ain't going to lie, based off how they doing their views. But even from back in the day to now, I've had pretty decent months on my main channel. There's no comparison to what we used to do. YouTube just don't pay the same, bro. They know they don't have to. They literally don't have to. They can pick and choose who to pay. It's all structured differently, bro, on the back end. You just got to know. It's one of them if you know type of situations. So, yeah, man, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I don't think pay-per-view at this point where it is right now is ruining 1v1s. I don't feel like it's reached the point to where it's too political right now. Now, when there's no videos dropping at all and everything's pay-per-view, I feel like we got a problem, though. I feel like we're going to have a problem. But that 3v3 I just watched, that was some of the best hoops, I think, to date. That could have easily been a pay-per-view game, honestly. Bro, that man, they was hooping in there. But you still getting nice, dope content. Them names, though, you can't watch Shakir Stevenson for free. And I get it. I know it's not boxing and you ain't putting yourself through a lot. But if these guys training and working out like they need to, then we gotta treat them fair, too. We got to treat them like pros if that's what we kind of expecting. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Be sure to keep me posted. Let me know what I can react to next. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Jerks, peace, jerks. Love y'all. I'm out.